Welcome to Flip Lesson 39 for the 6th grade. Today we're looking at multiplying decimals. And when it comes to multiplying decimals, really we're just multiplying with one extra step in there. All right. So as we look at our first sample problem, 4 and 5/10 times 3, step 1 is ignore the decimal and just multiply. So we're going to say 3 times 5 is 15. 5 goes down, 1 goes up. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 gives us an answer of 135. Okay? And now here comes the crucial step when it comes to decimals. When it comes to decimals, we want to find the decimals here, and we want to count the place values that are behind any of the decimals. In this case, there is one place value behind our decimal. So when it comes to the answer, right, 135 was our answer, so technically our decimal is here, but because we had one place value here, we have to add one place value back in here, and so our final answer is 13.5. Let's go to the second one. It says 2.6 times 9. 9 times 6 is 54. 4 goes down. 5 goes up. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 5 is 23. Should probably write 3 first though. 23. And found my decimal. One place value. Here's my decimal. Move it over 1, so final answer is 23.4. Put those decimal places back in. Right. Let's keep going. We have 2.6 times 1.3. All right. First of all, we're going to ignore our decimals. Okay. And we're going to go 3 times 6, which is 18. 8 goes down, 1 goes up. 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 1 gives us a 7. Then we're going to go to this place value. So the first thing we have to do is put a 0 down, because it's like we're multiplying by 10. So 1 times 6, and then 1 times 2. And so we have this. Right. Next step is going to be to add these together to get 8, 3, carry the 1, 3. All right. And then our final step, of course, is to find the decimal. Okay, there's one decimal, one place value, 2 decimals, 2 place values. So in this case, we're going to go 2 place values we need to add back in. So if our decimal is here, we're going 1, 2, and that's our final decimals. So a final answer for this one would be 3.38. Right. Now, with decimals, so far our decimals have lined up to some degree, but that isn't true. We don't have to line up our decimals when it comes to multiplication. We want to set it up so that we have an easier problem. Even though technically 0.04 is a larger number, by putting it on the bottom is actually going to make it easier once we initially ignore the decimals. All right, so if we ignore the decimals and start multiplying, we're going to go 4 times 5, which is 20. 2 goes down, 0 goes down, 2 goes up. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 gives us an answer of 14. Right. Now we need to go back over, find our decimals, and we got 1, 2 place values, plus 1 more for a total of 3. So if our decimal is here, we're going 1, 2, 3. Final decimal goes there, so our final answer would be 0.14. And technically, you could put the 0 there and that'd be fine, but technically we don't need it because we understand that there's an infinity's worth of zeros behind any number. Right? So I will leave you with this sample problem, and just remember, as we multiply, or as you multiply decimals, ignore it initially, and then come back and count the decimal places, and then add those back into the final answer. All right? That is lesson 39.